Many of us look forward to the holidays as times of celebration and joy. But if you have a narcissist in your life, you may have noticed that the holidays are not joyful or fun, but instead they're filled with misery and emotional pain. Welcome. Today I'm talking about the holiday narcissist. Learning about how narcissists act at the holidays will help you understand your relationship better so that you can start to feel better. I have a passion around educating others on what I learned from my own experience with a narcissist. Over the years that I spent with a narcissist, I began to notice a pattern around the holidays and special days. They were always extra miserable, but I couldn't understand why. I'm here today to share with you some of the key things that I learned so that you can understand the dynamics in your relationship and begin to move towards being in relationships that feel good and are mutually supportive. Hi, I'm Christine. I'm an intuitive energy healer and an empath coach. Through my Empowered Empath program, I help others break free from narcissistic abuse and eliminate confusion so that they can live their most vibrant and joyful life. I'm so glad that you're here and learning about what narcissists look like at the holidays. If you're experiencing a narcissist at the holidays, you may see many of the following behaviors. Which of these ring true for you? Holiday times with narcissists feel very unpleasant. A day where you would typically spend it in enjoying and celebrating the day, doing special things. Instead, with a narcissist, it's filled with lots of emotional pain. You may experience from the narcissist broken promises around the holidays, unreliability, chaos, cruelty, mistreatment, disappointment, them starting arguments or creating drama seemingly out of nowhere. And if the narcissist in your life has been out of your life for a period of time, around the holidays is a favorite time for narcissists to try and creep their way back into your life. So we're going to be talking in more depth today about narcissist behavior patterns at the holiday time. We're also going to talk about how these behavior patterns differ from what you would see in healthy relationships with non-narcissistic partners. And lastly, I'm going to give you some steps of what you can do next to start to feel better. If you find you resonate with what I'm sharing with you here today, I invite you to connect with me to learn more. In addition to my Empowered Empath program to help you break free from the narcissistic abuse cycle, I also offer 2 free resources. The first is a free ebook. It's entitled 3 Surprising Signs That Your Partner May Be a Narcissist, and the #1 thing that you can do to regain your personal power. To get your free ebook, you can go anytime, including now, to the following website, www.empoweredempath.us. That's www.empoweredempath.us. Put in your name and your email address, and you will have access to your free ebook. The second free resource that I offer is an Empath Clarity Call. This is a call with me where we will meet and assess if your relationship might be with a narcissist. And then I'll help you unpack the next steps that you can take in order to break free so that you can find clarity and reconnect with your joy. If you'd like to connect with me on an Empath Clarity Call, you can reach me to schedule your call. Simply send an email to me at info@healingcollective.us. That's info@healingcollective.us. And we'll find a time to schedule your Empath Clarity Call so you can be on your way to feeling better. When we think about narcissists at the holiday time, you're going to find that narcissistic abusers have a pattern of ruining holidays and special occasions, whether it's Valentine's Day, Thanksgiving, Christmas, Hanukkah, a birthday, a wedding, a graduation, or any other day that's a special day different from a regular day where you're celebrating. In my years in a relationship with a narcissistic abuser, I came to understand that their terrible behavior around the holidays was actually predictable. And not only was it predictable, it was always predictably painful for me to experience. Perhaps you've observed this behavior in your relationship as well. The narcissistic abuser creates or provokes conflict, upset, disappointment, or misery on the holiday. A day that you would typically spend in enjoyment and celebrating instead becomes a day that is filled with unpleasantness and a lot of emotional pain. I'm going to share with you some true stories about narcissists at the holidays so that you can get a better idea of what I'm talking about. In the first story, I'm going to tell you about a narcissist at a holiday celebration dinner. So in this story, the narcissist actually and their children were invited for a holiday dinner. They accepted the invitation and were really excited about it. However, after their initial excitement, things seemed to change. The next week, they said they were not going to be able to make it. Then the following week, they changed things and said, yes, we will be able to make it. And then the week after that, no, I can't make it. And the week after that, yes, we can make it. And so what was happening was while the narcissist initially accepted the holiday dinner invitation, they kept going back and forth and really keeping their partner in this limbo space of not knowing whether they were coming to the holiday dinner or not. This is really, in addition to being troubling and difficult on an emotional level, was pretty challenging on a logistical level as well for this person, because they were unable to accurately plan for all of the cooking and shopping, table setting, etc., that goes into an elaborate holiday meal. So in the end, after weeks of going back and forth, the narcissist accepted the invitation and was planning to come with their family. On the morning of the holiday, the partner reached out to the narcissist and wished them a happy holiday and messaged them to say, we're looking forward to seeing you and your kids later today for the meal. The narcissist responded, nah, not coming. And nothing else. No reason for not coming, no apology for all of the turmoil that they put their partner through, nothing like that. Just a simple, no explanation, not coming. That's a stunning kind of experience, just sort of kind of can really be very different from what you would experience in a relationship with someone who's not a narcissist. So let's go ahead and talk about what that might look like. So if you're in a relationship with someone who is not a narcissist, and it's a similar scenario, what are the things that would be different? Well, number one, they're not going to be doing this dance of back and forth, accept, decline, accept, decline, accept, decline. That's something that you're going to see just with a narcissist. In a healthy relationship, you're going to find that the partner is reliable, and when they make a commitment, they keep the commitment and they don't flim-flam about it and go back and forth about it. In a relationship with a non-narcissist, if someone needs to cancel plans, especially on a special or important day like a holiday, they'll let you know with as much notice as possible. They'll let you know with an explanation of why they can't make it. And they'll let you know with a very sincere apology. These are not things that we see from the narcissist, and these things were not seen in this particular example. So that's our first example of a narcissist at the holidays. In a second example, I want to share with you another true story of a narcissist at the holidays. In this scenario, this was a narcissist at Valentine's Day. And in this particular scenario, the partner had actually been separated from the narcissist for about 5 months and had not had any contact with them and had really started to move on from their lives. And wouldn't you know it, just before the holiday, the narcissist reached out and tried to worm their way back into this person's life. This technique is called hoovering, when a narcissist comes like the Hoover vacuum cleaner and really puts all of their power and tactics into sort of sucking that person back into their life, like a vacuum cleaner would, like suck you back in. That's what the narcissist is trying to do when they are doing hoovering. And that's what happened in this particular example. The narcissist came back in after a period of many months of no contact and insisted that the partner break Valentine dinner plans that the partner had made with somebody else. The partner decided not to break that date. The partner decided to maintain the commitment with the new person in their life. The narcissist went ballistic. The narcissist could not stand the fact that the partner would not break the plans for Valentine's and began to make a huge fuss about the fact that the partner would not go out with them on Valentine's instead. The narcissist made a dramatic social media post about having been betrayed, and how they had bought flowers and chocolates and couldn't give them to their partner on Valentine's Day because they were jilted and the partner wouldn't go out with them. And instead, they had to give away those chocolates and those flowers to some random lonely looking person on the street that they found, who was very appreciative of receiving such a thoughtful gift. I can almost hear the violins playing in the background for this dramatic tale. It is interesting to note that in this particular story, the narcissist that I am speaking about is someone who never once in their years in relationship with the partner had ever made Valentine's plans, had ever given chocolates or flowers. So their social media posts seem to be entirely fabricated for the very purpose of enduring sympathy and support. Long after this Valentine's experience passed, the narcissist would frequently refer back to it as evidence of being betrayed. It just really couldn't move forward or ever let it go, despite the fact that they are the one who left the relationship many months before and just came back in suddenly and unannounced and demanding that they be given 100% of the partner's attention. You see some familiar things in this story? Let's look at what this scenario might be like if it were with a partner who is not a narcissist. In a healthy relationship, you're not going to find hoovering. If you have an ex-partner who wants to get back together and it was a healthy relationship, they're not going to use manipulation or coercion or try to put pressure on you in order to get back together with them. They certainly are not going to make a social media post that talks about all the great things that they've done for you and how you are betraying them. Someone who is a healthy partner who would want to get back with you would not insist that you break plans with another person. Now, I'm not saying they're going to like that you're going to go out on a date with someone else, But they're not going to try and force you to break those plans. They would leave it up to you to make the decision. And lastly, someone who is a healthy ex-partner or a non-narcissist ex-partner who wants to get back together with you would never throw the experience in your face over and over and over again. If you've experienced these types of behaviors from your partner around the holidays and special days, please understand that you may be dealing with a narcissist. People who do last-minute canceling of plans, not showing up for plans that they agreed to, hoovering and trying to win you back suddenly out of the blue around the holidays, delivering disappointment, creating chaos, or sometimes they even break up with you or discard you around the holidays. These are all typical narcissist holiday behavior patterns, especially if you are noticing these types of behaviors over and over again. If you look back over the past year in your relationship with the narcissist, and you look at all of the special days, holidays, and celebrations that happened in that year, do you think back on those times with your partner as moments of joy? Or do you get like a little feeling of constriction in your gut? Or do you feel like emotional pain when you look back? If you do, you may be dealing with a narcissist. I want to offer to you some next steps that you can take so that you can get on the track to feeling better. My number one suggestion to you is to start keeping a journal. Keep track of the experiences that you have with the narcissist in your life. Note down what happened, what was said, and how you felt. Write down if it was a special holiday or another special celebration day. If you're dealing with a narcissist, you're going to find over time the patterns will become very obvious to you in your journal of what's actually happening. This is my number one recommendation to you, and it's the most effective thing that I did in my first step in moving away from the narcissistic abuse cycle. The second thing that you can do in order to feel better is what you're doing right now, listening to videos and educating yourself on narcissism. It's really important to do this because when you're in a relationship with a narcissist, you can really vacillate between moments of clarity and moments of confusion. Just know that that is normal. Keep educating yourself, keep understanding different facets of narcissism and looking to see whether these ring true with what you're experiencing in your relationship. Lastly, decide if you want to leave. If you've identified that your partner is likely a narcissist, I urge you to consider leaving. There may be some good times in that relationship for you, but if you are continually cycling through good and bad times, I'm here to tell you with a narcissistic abuser, the bad times never go away, and over time they only get worse. If you're with a narcissistic abuser, please consider leaving and make sure that you get the right support that you need in order to do so. Today we talked about narcissistic behavior patterns at the holidays. We looked at some examples of how this might look, and we looked at some contrasting examples of how behavior looks in partnerships with people who are not narcissists. You also received 3 steps of what you can do next if you find that this information is ringing true for you. If you want to learn more and what I've shared with you today resonates, I invite you to connect with me so that I can support you further. In addition to my Empowered Empath program, I have 2 free resources that I offer in order to help you break free from narcissistic abuse. I mentioned these at the top of the video, and I'll share them here with you once again. I have a free ebook available to you. It's entitled 3 Surprising Signs That You're in a Relationship with a Narcissist, and the number one thing that you can do to regain your personal power. To get your free ebook, simply go to the following website, www.empoweredempath.us. That's empoweredempath.us, and put your name and email, and you will be led to your free ebook. The second resource that I offer to you is an Empath Clarity Call. This is a call with me where we will get together and I will help you assess if your relationship might be with a narcissist. And if it is, we will unpack the next steps that you can take in order to break free from the narcissistic abuse cycle so that you can find clarity and start to reconnect with your joy. If you'd like to sign up for a free Empath Clarity Call with me, reach out to me through email and we'll get your call scheduled. You can reach me at info@healingcollective.us. That's info@healingcollective.us. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you found this information helpful and that you are on your path to finding more clarity and joy in your life as I have in mine. Thank you.